No, I was looking for I don't see none. But we need something for this remote out here. I looked earlier today. Only ones I saw was AAA. Woo! Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Dixon Way. We back real quick. Want to talk about this game. That's the last in-season tournament game by the Atlanta Hawks. I appreciate y'all coming in. This is Dixon Way, all about the 8 Sports Talk. This is the cookout, the after show for all our favorite sports teams. And yeah, Hawks got their backs blown out. 128 to 105. Cleveland got the win and also the point differential to help them. Let me look up here and see if they actually made it. That'd be really disappointing if they made it off the backs of the Hawks. Well, no, they're not showing it right now. All right, let's go. All right. Hawks out. Hawks only won one quarter, guys. That was the first quarter. 33 to 29. After that, it was all Cavaliers for the rest of the game. Gave up 35 points in the second, 38 points in the first, in the third, and 26 in the fourth. But they only scored 15 points. They scored a whole 15 points in the fourth quarter. Womp. And I didn't do no womp through the game because I saw a train wreck happening. Okay. I saw us revert back to old Atlanta Hawk pick and roll ISO ball that was not working. So let's get to the stats. This is Donovan Mitchell. No defense on him. He's 14 for 25. Did whatever he wanted to against the Atlanta Hawks. Hate to see it. Bogdanovich led us in scoring. DeAndre Hunter tied him. DeAndre Hunter got his finger hurt, but came back in. Still came aggressive, attacking the basket. 5 for 12 on the field. 1 for 6 for 3. Horrible three-point shooting, but great attacking the basket. Those are the shots that he missed also, to be honest. He missed 2 field goals. All right, 4 rebounds. Got to get those up. But he had 18 points. Tied for the lead. So, yeah, as starter, he was the best starter today. Smitty Bay had a good game. Barely had any shots. Had 8 attempts. Was 8 for 5 from the field. 2 for 4 from the 3. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Oh, yeah, DeAndre Hunter also had 2 assists. Both had 4 fouls, though. Clint Capella, 14 points. Had 10 points in the first half, only 4 points in the second half. I had 6 rebounds. 5 rebounds. They had 4 rebounds in the second half. So, yeah. Clint did not reach double figures in rebounds. Was 6 for 10. Most of his points came in the early beginnings of the first quarter, and he was just silent for the rest of the game. Trae Young, horrible game. 3-14. Possibly the worst game of the season for Trae Young. Had 13 points, 10 assists. Probably about, I don't even see where the turnovers are, but I think he had like 4 turnovers. So cut those assists to 6 assists, basically. DeJounte Murray, 5 for 14. He was hot at first and then started missing. So, yeah. That's one of those games that, unfortunately, you put a lot of it on Trae with coming in, taking bad shots. Yeah, those were a lot of bad shots. Hold on. I can't even see the chat. I don't know why the chat is frozen like that. Let me refresh it. Refresh the chat. Okay, Daniel. What the heck? All right, Daniel Berry. Daniel came in. Okay. We need better on the ball defense. I agree too. Give my man Larry a 10-day contract. Not with my knees. My knees are shot. And unfortunately, I can't help with the height because I'm only like 6'4.5", maybe 6, 6'5" in tennis shoes. So, yeah, I can't really help what they need. I'm way too old and got old knees. Now, I love some basketball, but nah, I can't get out there and hoop. Not no more. I hurt my knee last time I really hooped. Went to the rec and hurt my knee on a move with no contact. And my knee was swollen for like 2 weeks. Or tender for 2 weeks. So, yeah. Straighten them youngins out. Nah, I just ain't got it like that no more. I know my limitations. I know it's a young man's sport. Mentally, I could definitely think the game, but going out there and work, nah, I can't do it, man. But yeah, that's why while LeBron's way younger than me, I still marvel at what he do. You know what I'm saying? Because to be doing it for so long is just, I mean, you be at the top of your game and still be a top player, top 10 player, even well into your 38, 39th year. That's amazing to me. All right, so let's go. Yeah, like DJ started off good and then it went. And 5 for 14 ain't really that bad. You know what I'm saying? 3 for 7 is not a bad 3-point shooting night either. But only 3 rebounds and 1 assist. So yeah. Yeah. This is like an old bad game for the Atlanta Hawks. And we still scored 105, but I mean, we gave up 128. And that's when they let off the gas and stopped scoring, and we brought in our bench at like 3 minutes left in the game. You know, Bruno Fernando in 4 minutes went 1 for 6. I don't need anybody to ever say Bruno Fernando need to get playing time. I mean, 1 for 6 in 4 minutes. And he was trying to score like bad. He said, hey, the other Daniel. What's up, Daniel? You said, hey, the other Daniel. All right. So, bad embarrassing loss, Daniel, to be honest. We had no fight in the fourth quarter. It looked like we just laid down. We only scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. We laid down. I said lay down and unbuckle your bra. I mean, that's basically what happened. You know. I'm all right, man. Outside of seeing this Hawks just give up the game like that. Yeah, that was disheartening. That was real disheartening. All right, so oh yeah, I didn't even look at the Two Trans said, man, I'm telling you, Shonda's presence in the chat is key. Man, don't blame that on my wife. That I ain't blaming nothing like that. No. They gotta play better, man. Look at this, man. The Hawks was 35 for 100. And Cavaliers was 50 for 93. There you go. We were 13 for 43 on threes. 13 for 43. We shot way too many threes. We shot way too many threes. And the problem is this coach preaches that. This coach preaches getting up more threes. That's what he does. That's what he wants. He wants to see us put up more threes, even though we're not a 3-point shooting team. We're a team full of scores and mid-range scores. From the floater from Trey, for the Jonte pull-up mid-range jumper. We have shooters on this team, but we're not a great three-point shooting team. So he's preaching to do what we're not good at. Good game by Dre, 5 for 12. Only one off for being 50%. Three-pointer was off, but I mean, still. I would like to see more rebounds, but I can't fault Trey. Even with his finger getting hurt, when he came back in the game, he was attacking the basket. So, yeah. I really can't get on Dre for his performance tonight. He with a hurt hand. He was out there hooping. That's all I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. A little bit more rebounds. Give me 7 rebounds instead of 4. But other than that, DeAndre Hunter hooped. Yeah, this is a game that Trae Young definitely shot us out the game. He did. Just like the Jonte shot us out of the game and against the Boston Celtics, it was Trae's turn to do it this time. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Yakakongu had a good game, though. 13 points, 9 rebounds. I think he led the team in rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. No, he was tied with Kent Capella. So my bigs actually played pretty good this game, to be honest. They had 14-9 for Clint and 13-9 for Yakakongu. So that's a good night for my bigs, I must say, outside of Bruno Fernando, who should never get 6 shots in the game. But again, it's just when they happen. Clint Capella got majority of his points in the first 6 minutes of the game. After that, he was non-existent. Giving up offensive rebounds, him and Yakakongu, but more so Yakakongu was giving up offensive rebounds. Yakakongu returned the favor and got a couple of offensive rebounds in return. So that was a checks and balances. I will say one thing, Bruno Fernando got 3 rebounds in 4 minutes. But 2 of those, to be honest, to be fair, 2 of them came off like he missed 3 shots in a row. So, yeah. Or 2 shots in a row. Got the ball, put back, missed it again. So, yeah. Yeah, Hawks shot 29.5% from 3. Rebound. Yeah, and got out-rebound by 11. Hawks got 44 rebounds. Cleveland had 55 rebounds. So, yeah, got out-rebounded by 11. So, give up second chance points on top of shooting a horrific 3-point percentage and giving up 53.8% from the field. Pretty much spelled doom. Curtains, as they say. And we shot 34.7% from the field. We got clamped up. It's not even we got clamped up. We just shot horrifically in the fourth quarter. Hey, bro, when you score 15 points in a quarter, you gave up. You gave up. There's no other way I can look at that. You gave up. You scored 15 points in a quarter in an NBA game. You gave up. That's something colleges do. You know what I'm saying? Score 15 points in a quarter. Or high school. Not the NBA. At the very least, you got to score like 25 points. 22 is horrible. But 15 mean you quit. You was ready to get on the bus. If I'm lying, someone tell me different. You scored 15 points in a quarter as a professional team, you quit. Plain and simple. Entire team. just said, screw it. Let's get on the bus. Let's go. 2 losses getting dominated back to back. Celtics and then by Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, we got one more game this week. Let's see. We got the Spurs. So what's that Thursday? We got the Spurs on Thursday. I think that's the last game this week. And then everybody go on a 9-day break, unless you're in the in-season tournament, which we will be doing in-season tournament games, guys, starting on Monday. We just don't know the schedule yet because they haven't released it because it's not finalized. I think after tonight's games, everything will be finalized. And we'll know who's playing who on what days, and then we'll get the schedule out. So, yeah, we will be doing the in-season tournament games starting on Monday. We just don't know what time they go. So as soon as we know, that we'll get those up, and then you guys will know the schedule. But definitely the Hawks won't be in it. Womp womp. And we do have a collab cam up there. If you guys want to come in, the link it should be pinned at the top. Oh, no, it's not. It's pinned now. If you want to come in and say your piece about the game, how you felt about it. And we're not at the 20 game mark yet, so I'm not going to give out grades for the team and the players. I do want to do that quarterly, though, so every 20 games we will be giving out grades on the weekend review. The Atlanta Hawks weekend review. I think every 20 games it'll be a monthly grade. So, yeah. It's coming up, though. Hawks sink the 8-9 now. We got 4 more games until we get to the grades. Going the first quarter of the season, the grades. What's up, Debo? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I see you, fam. All right. All right, so we go to San Antonio. Oh, no. No. All right, so technically, this week is Sunday, then Tuesday. I mean, just depend on what you want to do. Cleveland technically is the first game of this week. So Cleveland, San Antonio, and then at 8 o'clock on the Bucks in Milwaukee again. Wow. And then round that off on Monday for oh my goodness, with Denver Nuggets coming back home. Yeah, that's great. I was hoping we could go at least even on this road trip, be 3 for 3, 4-2. You know. Oh, my bad. We only had 5 game road trip, so my apologies. Hopefully we could go 3 for 2. You know, for this road trip, but so is not the case, man. Right now, we only won against Washington. We lost Boston and Cleveland. We got to beat San Antonio, and we always play good against Milwaukee, so, ATL Kool-Aid Drinker said, when we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, we were 10 games under 500. I understand that. We caught magic in the bottle. A, we were playing excellent. B, that was a COVID shortened year, I think. Was it? I think we were coming back. Yeah. I think we came back. I think that was a shortened year. Yeah, that was a shortened year. And well, no, it wasn't a shortened year. It was when we. I don't think it was a shortened year. I think we when Nate was gone, then we made that turnaround. I mean, when Nate came on for Coach LP, we went on that tremendous run. And everyone else, let's be honest, man. Do you think we beat the Knicks if Mitchell Robinson played? I don't think we. That's right. The next year was COVID. You're right. I don't think we win. You're right about that. I'm talking about the year after. That was the year before. I'm thinking. No, I thought LeBron won it before. No, that was the year before. That was the year before. Cause LeBron and AD won it before Giannis won his. Yeah, that's how that went. Let's see. Basically, the Hawks weren't invited to the bubble, and then they used that as momentum. They start off bad and then went on a tremendous run. But again, we talked a lot about Kevin Huerter, but at least he was, 6'7". Now he didn't play like he was 6'7". He played like he was 6'4". But again, us putting sharpshooters around Trey at all times, at least having one, is not the case anymore. Because DeJounte is a streaky shooter. He's not really a shooter. He's a scorer. The same as Trae Young. So forcing him to be, a catch and shooter when he's not really that he's not. That's not really his game. So I'm not gonna, bash on DJ. We misusing him, but it kind of is what it is. He's a point guard and needs to. You just got off. All right, that's what's up, man. He's a point guard who's not used to playing without the ball. So kind of is what it is. And he's not adjusting well to not playing without the ball. And that's why they stagger them more, like you mentioned, ATL Kool-Aid drinkers. That's why they stagger them more. Oh, my bad. I got this up. He said, go look at the older team. I think hindsight is 2029, man. We caught the Knicks without Mitchell Robinson, who would have negated Clint Capella. Because we see now with Mitchell, with Mitch, Clint Capella has been nullified against the Knicks. Now, when Mitch Robinson wasn't in there, Clint was beasting because Randall don't want to get down there and rebound like that. He's shooting jumpers. He don't want to come in the paint and take fouls and go to the free throw line and choke it away. So we use that to our advantage. And then Ben Simmons basically choked away that series. Atlanta won one game at home in that playoff series. One game. They won 3 on the road to beat the Philadelphia 76ers, who's the number 1 seed in that playoffs. Gallo ain't 7 foot, man. Gallo is 6'9", 6'10". But again, we had 2 shooters coming off the bench. You see what I'm saying? Like, we had, for whatever people want to talk about, Kevin Huerter, he was a 38% shooter from 3 when he was a Hawk. We missed that. We do. We got DeJounte and Trey, who are career like 33 to 34% three-point shooters. That was Tony Snell's best season of his career. He was never the same. He was never that person beforehand, ATL Kool-Aid drinkers, and he was never that after. That was just a magical season that Tony Snell had. He never had that again. Gallo is 6'10". Gallo is 6'9", 6'10". Bucket shoot. And he won a lot of games for us. Also, Lou Williams won a lot of games for us, especially down the stretch when people started getting hurt. Just a magical season, man. We couldn't replicate that. Unfortunately, we didn't have the foresight as an organization to see we couldn't replicate that. And here we are. Here we are where we are. In a perpetual right around 500 again. Again, when we get to 20 games, and if we're one game above, even, or below 500, that's not a good sign. Now, hopefully, if we do start working in a rookie or two, I say it'd be Muhammad, just because of his length, that he could possibly pose on the defensive end. But when you bring in one person, who are you going to take minutes from? Is he taking minutes away from Sadiq Bey, who's one of our better three-point shooters? I think not. Yeah, don't worry about it, Daniel. Don't worry about it, man. Do what you can, man. You being here right now, saying hello, and chatting is good enough. All right, Lemon Pepper Lou. Yeah, Lemon Pepper, legend here in Atlanta. Gwinnett County's best. I said Gallo was 6'10". He's either 6'9", 6'10", that can shoot and score a bucket on his own. That was replaced by Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey is not a sharpshooter like Gallo. But again, not mad that they traded Gallo, more so that we traded Gallo and a whole bunch of picks. The picks are the reason why we're kind of stuck with this team. If you give up DeJounte or Trey, hey, you just gave up a lot of assets to put somebody beside Trey that was never going to work because it's the point guard. All right. Or if you trade Trey, then why did you trade for Trey in the draft? I mean, eventually it's going to be a clean your hands type of situation when you get to 6, 8, 9 years. And if you steady, the worst thing you can be in the NBA is be at 500 because you're not good enough to make real noise in the playoffs, and you're not bad enough to get a good pick. Because really outside, and even when you have a top 5 pick, it's still a crapshoot. But you need to be a top 3 pick to virtually get someone decent, low risk. But then again, we had DeAndre Hunter at number 4 and kind of got a good role player, which is fine, but we lean on him to be something else that I'm not sure he can be. Debo, a Laker fan, said Trey's going to be a wonderful Laker in a couple years. Possibly. Possibly. Oh, I know this Trey Young team. Never said it wasn't ATL Kool-Aid drinker, but I'm telling you, if this team going to really seriously just push the reset button on a rebuild, I don't think Trey Young wants to be a part of a rebuild. Most of these players don't want to go through that situation, don't want to be labeled as Dame Lillard and waste their career at one thing. Have a whole bunch of stats, but never sniff a championship. Two, I think Trae Young is your best asset to get more draft picks. The picks that you gave away for DeJounte, you could possibly get those back in a Trae Young trade. But you have to do it if you are serious about rebuilding. Then that's what's gonna have to happen. Could you get Mikal Bridges for Trae Young and a first round pick? Maybe. If you can like sell Trae Young to the New York media and stuff like that, like, hey, we finally got us a star, and we got all these other wing players around him. You know, I think they would do it. They don't have anyone who they can market and compete against the Knicks no more, since they don't have no Kyrie or no KD. They may do it. You can't get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He ain't going nowhere. Might have got him a year or two ago, but not now, as he has surpassed Trae Young. So that's not going to work. Josh Giddey got problems. He's not going to bring those problems to here. So, yeah. Now, ATL Kool-Aid drinkers, I agree with you that the management have to, stick with it and put a good team around Trae. But in honesty, what confidence do you have in Landry Fields to build a competent team around Trae? That's the question. When he drafted Kobe Buffkin, who's a 6'3" guard who will never play on his team, who can't shoot, really not elite at anything particularly, why are you drafting guards when you have Trae Young and DeJounte here? That's kind of a waste. Why did you draft Shariq Cooper, who is shorter than Trae? He never had a chance. Don Proctor says Thunder going to have a decision to make between Giddey and SGA. Not really. I think they fit well together, to be honest. I think Giddey liked being the point guard and Shea liked being the shooting guard. I think they fit well with each other. I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on legally with Josh Giddey. I didn't really even follow it. But as a basketball player, if I could get Josh Giddey for Trae Young and some draft picks, I mean, the Thunder got plenty of draft picks. Not saying I want to get rid of Trae Young. I want the team to build around him. I don't think this organization, this front office can. It's going on Trae Young's sixth season. And the best player they paired him up with is another point guard. It seems like he's having a hard time adjusting, playing on the side of Trae. You know what I'm saying? All right. When DeJounte cook, Trae don't cook. When Trae cook, DeJounte don't cook. Now, we've seen games with them cooking together, but it's just a flow of the game. I mean, the only thing that I know that has rubbed off DeJounte positively on Trae is better effort on defense. And that comes with competitive and playing against each other and pushing each other to do that. I've seen better activity on that. But outside of that, offensively, Quinn ain't figured out how to turn that magic key yet. That both of them can have a great game consistently together. ATL Kool-Aid drinkers. He said Trae said he's gonna bring a championship to Atlanta. I think he believes that. Oh, yeah. When he said that, I think he believes that. But he didn't mention, only thing he could do is what he can do. The organization had to have a clear vision on how they're going to build around Trey. And once Travis Slink left, that vision went out the door. Now, we can't let Travis Slink off the hook because, again, with DeAndre Hunter being the fourth pick in the draft, or his draft, and just being a decent role player, your best on-ball defender, but in NBA sense, he's not a lockdown defender. And then DeJounte Murray, I think everyone thought he was going to be better on the ball defensively, where he's more of a in the passing lane type of defender, getting steals and stuff like that, which is actually rubbed off on Trey. That's why he's 8th in the league, right? Like, it's unbelievable. He's like, well, he was 8th in the league in steals before this game. So I don't know, man. If one of them can't, I really don't know what it is, man. I mean, it's just both of them have similar games. They need the ball in their hand to get rhythm. So, and I don't really know what you could trade for to try to help this team. All the pieces you need are not going to get traded. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Minnesota's too good. You'll never get Big Cat. Trey need a legitimate big man down low. All I can think of is when Jalen Johnson get back, that we pivot to start giving Jalen Johnson more touches. The kid got some talent offensively and not a bad defender on the perimeter and interior. So I just think building around a smaller guard, you need a Draymond who is a defensive wizard. You know what I'm saying? And DeAndre Hunter is not that. He's good as a defender, but he's not an ace defender, a guy that's going to be in the talks for a first team or second team all defense. That's not. That's Herb Jones. Would I trade DeAndre Hunter for Herb Jones? In a millisecond. Because then I know I have an elite perimeter defender on my team and not just a so-so defender. One that will also get the calls. Now, if I'm going to go offense, then yeah, hopefully New Orleans doesn't be too bad and they want to get up off of Brandon Ingram's contract. That'll be option 2. ATL Kool-Aid Drinker said that Landry is trash. The problem is Landry doesn't have the ability to put or gather a team. Okay, I got you. We would never get a championship with Landry doing this. Well, I'll tell you like this, ATL Kool-Aid drinkers. Landry and Quinn Snyder will be the last coach in an Atlanta uniform or Atlanta organization that Trae Young will work for. Trae Young will be traded before another GM or coach is fired from this team. I promise you that. As an organization, if you go through 3 coaches and 2 GMs and the constant is your best player, then guess what? That best player is going to be gone. Or you lose credibility as an organization. What reputable coach or GM is going to work for you? None. But they're going to be like, I'm not going to lose my job because Trae Young gets mad at me. Plain and simple, guys. I know as Atlanta fans, we get starved for stars, and we haven't had a player like Trae Young or offensive talent like Trae Young since Dominique Wilkins. We haven't. Even Joe Johnson wasn't as good as Trae Young offensively. But with that comes a price. If you don't build around him properly, then you're going to be in that 6, 7, 8 range. You're never going to be a serious threat. We're talking about consistent threat. Right now, the further we get away for 2021, the further it looks like a fluke. That's being honest. But again, we're not even at 20 games yet. So Travis told Landry and Nate not to get DJ. Okay. And I think that move was probably Nate and mostly Nate and the coach's, the owner's son wanted to push that through. You know, playing 2K and doing my team or my career and getting that trade and saying, hey, Dad, this looked good on 2K. Why don't you make this trade, push this trade through, Dad? And I think Travis wanted DeJounte, but not for the price we gave up. Like if we would have just gave up the Kings, the Knicks conditional first round pick and Gallo for DJ, oh, then that trade is buttery. But we give up 2 unconditionals and 2 unconditionals, a trade for 1 pick that wasn't ours. The Knicks, I think. The Knicks or the Hornets. One of their picks. And then a pick swap in another year. I mean, that's too much not to give away. Like, as the Spurs, you see that deal be like, for DeJounte Murray? Really? We was about to let this dude walk anyway. Okay, appreciate it. We like you, DeJounte, but we can't turn away 3 first-round picks. Ball done, never working in history. Somebody has to revert. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you had Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Guess who had to play off the ball? Joe Dumars. For most of the times. Now, if Joe got cooking, then, Isaiah would sit in the corner or sit at the top and let Dumars cook. But most of the time, Isaiah Thomas handled the rock, made all the decisions with the ball. ATL Kool-Aid drinker, if you think, you said the players would go before Trey, Quinn, and Landry. I just don't think that, man. I don't think Landry's going to lose his job. And I don't think that Coach Quinn going to lose his job. Coach Quinn is here. Coach Quinn will be here before they fire the GM. Trey will be the first person moved if this don't work. But it's a bad loss, but it's only 1 loss, guys. We got a lot more season to go. We're going through a rough patch right now. I mean, it's a bunch of tough games. You got Cleveland at home. You had Boston at home. Now, the Spurs are the worst team in the league right now. Or one of. Now, they got one of the best young talents in the league, but they're one of the worst teams in the league. We better beat the Spurs. That better be a dub right there. Like, for real. That better be a dub. We start off this week with a loss today on Cleveland. And that's 2 losses in a row. Got to beat the Spurs, and then we go to Milwaukee on Saturday. So let's hit the reset button, get on the plane, get there tonight, have a day of rest, get some practice in the afternoon, wake up, get a light walkthrough, and then get ready for the Victor Wembanyama, which is going to be funny. We have DeAndre Hunter trying to check him in the post. DeAndre Hunter, 6'8", 6'7", and Victor Wembanyama, all are 7'4". 7'5". So yeah, that's gonna be a strange look. But I appreciate all you guys coming in, chit chat with me about this loss. This was a embarrassing loss by the Hawks on the road as they quit in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I said they quit. They did. If you score only 14 points in a quarter as a professional team, you quit. You did. Pack it up. Time to go to San Antonio. Warm up the jet. It's time to go. Throw this game footage in the trash and start anew. That's what's going to happen. All right. Well, that's it, guys. I'm up out of this thing, man. You guys have a blessed rest of the evening. Thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate you guys, as always. Let's go. Hold on. Schedule. Well, tomorrow, Wednesday, we off tomorrow. So y'all have a blessed. We ain't got nothing tomorrow. Yep. ATL Kool-Aid drinkers, we not losing. Have I seen the Steph Curry documentary? Nah, I have to check that out. It's like 3 I want to check. I want to check that out. I want to check out the Barry Sanders one that just came out also. There's one more that came out. Oh, I saw the Atlanta Braves one about the 90s Braves that came on MLB Network. Was fascinating. I could not go to sleep. I just kept watching it. It was fascinating. It was about the 90 Braves. And basically, it was Glavine, Maddox, and Smokes. Of course, sprinkling with a little Chipper and David Justice were the main narrators throughout it. And I hope this isn't true, but I kind of feel like when we let Freddie Freeman go, it's kind of how like we let David Justice go. Hopefully we can win another championship. But I think, unfortunately, we'll see. We got a better, younger team. Well, not a younger team, but we got a really good team as of right now. But yeah, we kind of missing something. I know it's pitching, but we also missing a spark somewhere else. Hopefully that wasn't Freddie. Because Freddie was this generation Braves David Justice, in my opinion. No. We'll see. A lot of transactions. I seen Sonny Gray go to the Cardinals. That was one of the pitchers we were looking. Got a 3-year deal. So yeah, that sucks. I don't know. Anyway, we about this thing, man. Later.